Our theme is Be Light this season on the show. And there are lots of different ways to talk about this and apply it. And yes, that includes a good DIY. My next guest has one inexpensive trick that will solve multiple issues. She's calling it the soft wired lighting fix. Our creative contributor, Michelle Crowley, is here to share her bright light with us today in studio. Welcome, Michelle, to the show. Listen, I told the audience during commercial break, your mind is so bright, speaking of light, and you're always so generous in sharing what you create and what you come up with. And this is one of those ideas. You had a need in your home.
I had a need in my home, like most people. I think most people, your light is wherever the builder put it, right? And a lot of times, not at all where you want it or need it. But it's a really big expense, right? To hire an electrician, and then it's like if you give a pig a pancake. They're gonna have to cut holes in the ceiling or in the walls, and then it's sheetrock, and then it's paint, and then it just goes on and on, right?
Yes, yes.
This is so much easier. And the reason it's important is because lighting is so important in a room. I think sometimes people are like uncomfortable in a room and they don't even really know why, and a lot of times it's the light. Because overhead lighting is really horrible. If you think about like the noonday sun, when is the time you do not want to have a picture taken of yourself?
In the middle of the day.
In the middle of the day with the sun right above your head, because it gives you that like Halloween face, right? Where you have dark circles. It's just really unflattering.
Well, and it's a different mood than if you have the softer lamps, the softer light. So this soft wire allows you to do that. Now, you specifically did this in the bedroom, and I think this is an interesting application because we only know 2 nightstands with 2 lamps.
Right, that's the standard.
With this trick, you were able to soft wire a chandelier.
Right. So I have this in several of my rooms in my houses, and that is, I want the light lower, so it's on our faces, or the book where you're wanting to read in bed or whatever, like you said, softer light.
Yeah.
And I don't have room in some of my guest rooms. They're small.
Yeah.
And there's a little tiny nightstand, and so there was not really room for a lamp there. So I came up with this idea, and now I keep running with it everywhere.
We're so excited to learn. So what supplies do we need to do this? And you say we can do this.
We're gonna do it right now. And you're gonna be like, wow, that was so fast. So lampshade, or you can use a pendant light, you can use a chandelier, you can do this to any light.
Okay.
You have your wire, your cord.
Oh boy, it's getting real.
No, this is so easy.
Okay.
So all you're gonna do, this little device. Now, there are a couple of other little devices, like this one right here I put on, but this one here is so easy that I'm like, why would I even show you anything else?
What is this?
It's a little plug. You get it on Amazon.
Okay.
Have it linked in this on the website.
Yes.
And we're gonna take our little wire right here. You see how on a wire there's like a little channel, a little divot that runs down the center.
It's like a racetrack.
Yeah, exactly like a racetrack.
Mom of a 7-year-old boy speaking.
You're just gonna give it a little snip on the end. And it pulls apart.
Oh.
And what that is it's your 2 wires. You have a hot wire and a neutral wire.
I keep reminding myself, and we're not plugged in, right?
No, we're not.
Okay.
We're definitely not plugged in.
Just keeping it safe and real.
Don't
keeping us alive.
Yeah, don't be cutting that wire off, and then you're just gonna trim a tiny bit off the end.
Okay, so they're uneven.
Yeah, so they're uneven a little bit. Now you take this little thing, it's got a little, kind of a little box. You can see here, there's a channel for the plug to come out the end. It's really obvious how you're gonna do this. And you're just gonna stick that wire down inside. And you're just gonna press
If you say that's it, I'm gonna have a fit.
It is.
What?
So now we're gonna we're gonna take the top.
And suddenly we're all electricians, ladies. It's fine. It's fine.
This is the hardest part, honestly, because it's hard to push it in there, because what it's doing is it's pushing that wire into some metal prongs. That are inside there, which is what connects the wire.
And then we close our eyes and plug it into the wall and hope something happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're gonna plug it in. Oh, you know what? We forgot to plug this in as we were rushing through our thing.
That's okay. We're going to take your word for it, but it would illuminate. We need
to illuminate this.
As electricians, we hope this lights up.
It does.
Yeah, okay.
It lights up.
That's
cool.
That's it.
So now any light that you have, you can put a plug on it.
Now, what would you do really quickly with the cord? I mean, it hangs, or you affix it?
The cord, so this is actually really important, because you're going to want to string your, like I have mine, I always do this. I just use the chain. And it goes into the ceiling. You're going to have some drywall anchors. You're gonna put it in wherever you want it in the ceiling, where you want it to hang down. You're gonna put a drywall anchor and a hook.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna hook that up.
Okay.
And then I can spend an unnecessary amount of time trying to decide how high I want to hang
where
that.
you want it. Okay.
Right. And then you're going to put a second hook that just drapes. So you're going to, again, spend an inordinate amount of time deciding how that drape should look.
But a nice loop.
And then there's another hook that's against the wall.
And then run it down.
And then it just runs down.
Well, we have beautiful
the chain.
snapshots from your beautiful homes of all the many places that you've used this, but does it still even tickle you that you can pull this off?
I love it. I love it. And so I don't ever look at a light and go, oh, maybe I can't. Like, this is just a lampshade.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like,
Yes.
this is a pendant light, but this is a lampshade, and you just get this little gadget from the hardware store.
And there you are.
And there you are.
All
Put
right.
a plug on it, and you're done.
You see why we love her and her beautiful brain, Michelle Crowley. Everybody, thank you so much. That was fantastic. That was fantastic.